Today we are going to talk about these topics. Number 1, a leader should be willing to take responsibilities. Number 2, are you a leader or a slacker? Number 3, leadership just by being yourself. Number 4, leadership training, all you need to know about it. Number 5, from basics to mastery. Before we start, remember to subscribe now. And like and share this video to all your friends and everybody. Also remember to listen or watch this video 4 times at least to really understand it. Now let's begin. Number 1, who would forget the ever-famous line of Peter Parker's grandfather, "With great power comes great responsibility." The society expects Spider-Man, a comic book, TV, and movie superhero, to be responsible for saving his town, or even the world, in some instances, from evil because he has superpowers. From all the episodes he appeared in, he never let us down. With the power he possesses, he makes sure to be responsible and using it for the good of the people around him. Leadership is not at all different from being superheroes. Yes, you may not have superpowers like Superman and Spider-Man, but you have the authority to lead other people towards success. This is so much greater and stronger since it is a power that can be used by real people in this real world. Hence, being a leader requires great sense of responsibility, the second quality a successful leader should attain. The power to lead your people towards aiming your vision comes with responsibilities like making sure they are on the right direction, being aware of each and everyone's tasks and mistakes, and putting them back on the right track when they get lost. Who said it is easy to be a leader? Well, it is not. It comes with tons of responsibilities. True leaders are willing to accept them all. There are instances where sometimes it makes us feel better to blame somebody or something else when something goes wrong in a task. However, this should not be practiced, especially by a good leader. A leader should take full responsibility of a task, not just before he accepts to take it, but also after it has been accomplished. As much as he is responsible for his team's success, he should also be responsible for any failure. He represents the whole team, so whatever happens to it, he is the one responsible. Making excuses and blaming something or someone else for failed jobs is not a quality of a good leader. What he should do, instead, is to accept the fact that something went wrong with the organization, even if it is not his fault. It is normal to make mistakes. In fact, mistakes are opportunities to learn something better. As a leader, he must ensure that the team members learn from these mistakes and that these errors will not be repeated next time. You may not have full control over other people and are not expected to have full control over their actions, but you have full control of your own reactions. Knowing what to do over unexpected and unpredictable situations will make you responsible, hence giving you the feeling of power. Number 2, do you claim to be a leader in your business or your field of expertise? I have noticed that many people claim to be leaders, but I consider them slackers instead. A slacker is someone that basically likes to give instruction or direction, but takes no action on advancing themselves or their business. Does this describe you, your upline, or someone else on your mastermind team? Here are some clues that might help you out. Leader, praises his/her team and offers encouragement. Slacker, quick to find fault and slow to give praise. Leader, holds himself/herself to a higher standard that his/her team's slacker, has a high level of expectation for his/her team, but doesn't hold himself/herself to that same standard. Leader, leads by example and is a role model for his/her team's slacker, blends in with crowd and never steps up to take a leadership role. Leader, has deep-rooted belief in his/her business and leads new teammates through the growth process. Slacker, convinces a person to join his/her team then pawns them off on someone else or simply pushes them to the side. Which of these characteristics best describes you and your teammates? Be honest with yourself. Just remember that a leader must lead and nourish others through the growth process. If he/she loses integrity and fails to take action, then this same failure mindset will ripple down to his/her teammates. A team will duplicate their leader and their leader's actions. Let me ask you one last time. Are you a leader or a slacker? Find your why and fly. Number 3, leadership is all about being yourself and demonstrating personal authenticity rather than learning some formula from a textbook. Aspiring leaders therefore need to be true to themselves, not slavishly following others' ideas. Role models can be powerful, and it doesn't hurt to model excellence when found. Executive coaching is based on this premise. Real leaders are prepared to reveal their weakness, because they know they are not superhuman. Obviously, this doesn't mean technical weaknesses or functional failings. This would fatally flaw their performance. Instead, what is meant is that leaders should reveal their personality quirks. Maybe they are bad-tempered in the morning, are somewhat shy with new people, or a little disorganized. Such admissions show they are human, and this resonates with others, confirming that the leader is a person, not merely a role holder. Revealing their true selves, leaders can allow others to know and help them, and this makes for better teamwork. Followers can also feel better if they've got something to complain about. Thus, by sharing at least some of their weaknesses, leaders can prevent others from inventing damaging problems. True leadership is therefore much more than a demonstration of strengths. Real leaders acknowledge their shortcomings and may even make them work for them. Good leaders always rely on their ability to read situations. They develop a feel for an environment and interpret soft data without having to be told. They know when team morale is patchy or when complacency needs shaking up. There are 3 levels of situational sensitivity, each of which has its own specific skills. Effective leaders are continually learning about the motives, attributes and skills of their important subordinates. They get to know their people through formal and, often better, informal contact, such as when traveling together. Effective leaders read their teams. They analyze the compound balance between team members, the tension between the tasks and processes, and how the team builds its competencies. Finally, they are concerned with defining the cultural characteristics of their organizations and keep their finger on the pulse of the organization's climate. It sounds tongue-in-cheek to say that leaders care for their people. Ever noticed the cynicism in the workforce upon seeing a manager return from a people skills training course with new concern for others? Effective leaders don't need a training program to convince their employees that they really care. They clearly empathize with their people and care intensely about their work. Genuine concern is difficult because it always involves some personal risk. Showing some part of yourself and your most strongly held values can seem quite scary. It may also take some detachment, the ability to stand back, see the whole picture and sometimes take tough decisions. Leadership never was a popularity contest. Effective leaders use their differences and move on to distinguish themselves through personal qualities such as sincerity, loyalty, creativity, or sheer expertise. Using these differences is a critical leadership skill. But, as always, there is a danger. Too much distance makes it impossible to sense situations properly or to communicate effectively. Number 4. Leadership training is of paramount importance to those who aspire to be good leaders and stand tall among others. Leadership training improves communication skills and other qualities that are key to becoming a successful and confident leader. Effective leadership training also entails helping individuals form an enterprising and immensely focused group. The leadership qualities assist an individual in making sure that members of the group function jointly in an efficient and constructive manner. Leadership training helps a leader to imbibe a sense of optimism in the group to which he belongs. The group's members are guided by the leadership virtues of the key man. The introduction of a successful leader into a management team is a good investment for any organization. Leaders visualize plans, inspire subordinates, and plan the required course. Leadership skills comprise of various qualities such as optimism, commitment and the ability to use power effectively. Leadership training is significant, not only in the world of business, but even in the worlds of sports and medicine. Leadership training is essential for the social and economical setup of any business. Leadership skills in managers are important ingredients in companies' expansion. These skills are best acquired with the help leadership training. Democratic, autocratic and laissez-faire are the different approaches to leadership training. Each of these is unique and inculcates leadership skills based upon distinct operational patterns. The majority of times it has been observed that, despite possessing leadership skills, a person cannot flourish. This inability to come out in flying colors stems from the fact that the person is not conversant with the subtle techniques that help bring out the leader in him. Individuals aspiring to be successful leaders may at times find that their efforts are undermined despite their best efforts. This is due to the fact that the individual lacks the motivation to overcome his obstacles. A proper and suitable training in leadership skills often helps one to overcome these barriers. Training programs are tools that help in the application of leadership skills at work. These skills could have been acquired at leadership skills classes, seminars or read Individuals as well as organizations specialize in offering leadership training in various fields. There are many organizations that offer online leadership training also. Some of these organizations are even willing to reimburse the money paid for a leadership seminar, if the result is not satisfactory. Leadership training programs are expected to use core and widely agreed upon features of leadership, to bring out the best in people. Leadership involves vision and the ability to influence people and motivate them to work towards it. Leadership training can be profitable to businesses in a number of ways. It helps to educate the employees, improves their performances, and reduces staff attrition. This is beneficial to organizations, as it reduces the cost involved in constantly hiring new employees. It also helps in developing high-performance teams. The participants gain a sense of power, which is the power to guide others and the organization in the right direction, successfully. Number 5. For all of us, emotional intelligence encompasses 5 basic areas of mastery. They are: knowing your feelings and using them to make life decisions you can live with. Being able to manage your emotional life without being hijacked by it, not being paralyzed by depression or worry, or swept away by anger. Persisting in the face of setbacks and channeling your impulses in order to pursue your goals. Empathy, reading other people's emotions without their having to tell you what they are feeling. Handling feelings in relationships with skill and harmony, being able to articulate the unspoken pulse of a group, for example. The scope of these skills means there is indeed room for all of us to learn, grow, and improve. There is a lot to learn here. Learning about emotional intelligence, learning about the tools for energy efficiency. That's only the beginning. It's like reading all the books on sailing and small boat sailing. You then have the theory mastered, but you have no hands-on practice. It's only with practice that we gain mastery of anything. That's true of our feelings and emotions too. The scope of these skills means there is indeed room for all of us to learn, grow, and improve. There is a lot to learn here. Learning about emotional intelligence, learning about the tools for energy efficiency. That's only the beginning. It's like reading all the books on sailing and small boat sailing. You then have the theory mastered, but you have no hands-on practice. It's only with practice that we gain mastery of anything. That's true of our feelings and emotions too. How do you address so many broad areas? Assessment tools are a great way to learn to identify your emotions. Energy efficiency tools are invaluable in helping you tap into inner wisdom and resources to manage your emotions and understand what the best choices are when you are making life decisions. Persistence can be learned. In fact, providing challenges and hardships to children, to give them an opportunity to develop persistence and stick-to-itiveness, is intrinsic in many cultures. Goal setting and the 6 most important things list are just 2 tools you can apply immediately. Developing empathy is powerful in critical business situations like a sales call, a closing, your management style, etc. Using your energy efficiency tools will allow you to pay attention to your instincts in this area instead of second-guessing yourself. Once you learn to be the manager of your feelings, it becomes an easy habit to apply in any business or personal relationship. Mastery of all the basics does not occur overnight. But with practice it comes very quickly, just like learning to ride a bicycle. Once you experience how it's supposed to work, how energy efficiency is supposed to feel, it's easier and easier to re-establish in a variety of circumstances. That's where mastery is achieved. That's where you and everyone in your business benefit from your mastery. Thank you for watching or listening this video, and remember to subscribe now. And share this video to all your friends and everybody. Also remember to listen or watch this video 4 times. At least to really understand it.